Hey, y'all. Hope it's been a great holiday season for you. Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, getting ready for the new year. This is our 54th show of the year. So I must have miscounted. I've added two shows or something. Anyway, we're going to start the show off with Christmas with my grandbaby. He's just beautiful. Got a couple of great toys here at our house. Then we're going to head down to Los Angeles, where Joe Lococo, the great chef, myself, along with Rochelle Hupp, another fabulous chef, one of the first women to graduate from the CIA, we prepared dinner at the Gaynor family. Great friends of Lisa's, Rochelle's, and mine, as well as Joe and his wife, Kendall. Got to spend some time with Sophia Lococo down there. She's moved south. Anyway, it's been a great 2023, getting ready for 2024. There's going to be another episode of my yet to be named podcast with a dear friend of mine, Julie Salisbury from Conyers, Georgia. Stick around for all of that. Love you all. Happy Christmas. Happy New Year. I'm going to be dropping some pictures of the Christmas celebration in here. Peace. Spread love. See you in 2024.
The song is
Can you snare?
Go,
In the neighborhood.
Say it. Go.
Call.
go,
Go.
go, Roger!
Yeah.
Busters. I'm gonna,
Ghostbusters!
Regina would laugh. This is so cool. Look at he's driving it. Look at that face. Look at that face. I'll run block. Merry Christmas. He's like, Daddy, you gotta drive it, Graham. There you go. I think he gets like an hour battery time. All right, so his face is so. Whoa, you like it? Do you like it? Yeah. Oh my God! Oh, this is so awesome. This is. Can you wave? Hi, Graham. He said hi, Papa. Mama. There's Mama. Whoop. You're gonna go up the drive. I gotta send this to the family. He's got a little Audi. Earlier, but everybody, we're at Lisa and her incredible family. All right, it's roll call, Lisa.
Okay, it's
Look at me.
turkey
No, look at me. Your name is?
I don't know.
Oh, it's Lisa. And your gorgeous daughter, Deb,
Hello.
right? What up, what up? Merry Christmas, y'all. Joe.
Merry Christmas, Joe.
Chef.
Hi, Carrie.
Carrie.
Sean.
We're missing somebody.
Ryan.
Ryan, what
Who
up,
are we
Ryan?
saying hi to?
Anybody in YouTube land. Hey.
What's up?
What's up?
I'll make this part of my show up north.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, great.
Everybody, Joe
You could have waited till I
Lococo.
put makeup on.
Hey, come on now.
I know. It's so crazy.
Gorgeous, Joe. Good work, bro. All right, I'm going to get my hands in.
Shingle the prosciutto. We're going to shingle the prosciutto, make a layer of prosciutto, and then we're going to put the duxelle on top of the prosciutto.
Wow. The duxelle, Joe, is. You explain that to the folks?
It's a ground mushroom. Ground mushrooms. We're using cremini mushrooms with shallots and garlic, butter.
That's something that does not look great. However, let me tell you, there's the chateau. He's got nice. You use British mustard or any kind of
Yeah, I
mustard?
use Dijon, and I use this whole grain,
Oh, I love it.
old style mustard.
Nice. All right, now, so while Joey's on the shingles, I'm just taking a picture. Once he starts, once we get ready to roll it out, I'll put my hands in it. I'll get Sean, Santa's helper, to record us. As Joe said, these are like shingles on a roof, right, Joe?
That's right.
So how How many times do you think in your career you've made beef belly?
About a dozen to 15 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can make it the day before as well. It really works out. I wasn't too sure about that, but I did it one year for New Year's Eve, and it turned out great.
Well, nobody likes chocolate in this house.
So when we do the rollout, everything will be covered. Correct, Joe?
Correct.
Now, I've shared with my audience so many times, Joe, your restaurant up in Santa Rosa is truly the best Italian food.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
How long
Appreciate
have you been in the location?
It's going to be 20 years in February.
That long?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
those people who don't know the address, it is?
It's 117 4th Street in Santa Rosa in the historic district. It's called Railroad Square.
Railroad Square. Joe and I
we
in Los Angeles this weekend for Christmas. We got
Yeah.
drafted by the lovely Lisa.
First round pick.
First round picks.
Sean, what are you working on, my brother?
This is, I call it stuffing, but it's technically dressing.
That's what we call it in the South.
Yeah.
Mom always made dressing.
Yeah.
She never liked stuffing the bird. It just
Yeah.
sounded like
Now, why do you think that some people like it stuffed and other people just like it cooked separately?
You should swoop them up as a client.
I think the juices from the turkey give it more flavor.
I think
Yeah.
it does. However, I think Mom was always, she wanted to make sure the bird
Cooked properly, cooked evenly and stuff.
And she
Yeah,
put stuff in.
that's true.
What, 6 more minutes per pound?
Yeah,
At least, right?
yeah.
And sometimes that dries it out.
So Lisa cooks hers in a bag.
The Reynolds, is this one of the Reynolds oven bags?
Yeah.
Years ago, I was hired by them to do the Reynolds bag.
Were you?
Yeah, it was so much fun. And the great
Wow. Well, did she do it right?
That's great.
What's he gonna say?
Yeah.
No, but seriously, the funny thing is my mom used to always use the bag. I
Yeah.
love that.
Oh, it really makes a difference.
It makes it nice and juicy.
Oh yeah, and it still browns it.
All right, everybody, the shingles, look at that. Just like a rooftop.
That's
It's set
right.
up and come down, or came down last night.
The reason I brought that up is because when we were at the Spreads Hummus guy.
And we've got one extra here, so I'll just throw that in there.
So is Nicole stopping your stuffing? Sorry, stopping your stuffing.
I got approval. I requested. Yeah, permission was
I'm like
granted.
taking-
Yeah, I'm not that sloppy.
I'm sorry.
Okay. No, yeah. Just let me know.
What are you about?
That spatula.
All right, so now he's putting down
The Duxelle.
and Joe, the technique here is just it's like the shingles. Now you're putting the what would it be like an Italian roof, that mortar they hold on?
The-
the outside of the
Right. The mortar, exactly.
Isn't that pretty cool? I love this analogy.
Yeah.
Really cool. Now, once we get everything laid out, the ducks out, rolled, how long will the Wellington cook for?
Cook at 425 degrees for 40 minutes. It'll come out medium rare.
And we're gonna let it rest for what? 10,
About 10 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, cute.
Wisconsin,
They did.
so they're really sweet sound about, right?
Yeah.
Curious. Like,
So what they did Thanksgiving here. Christmas
yeah.
there.
So we saw them for a little bit. Mixing
Is
it
that
around,
going
like
to be
it's
every
never
year?
touched.
Or
I'm gonna be home, Joe.
And this is the Duxelle that Curtis made.
Well, yeah, but the
Whoa.
honest part was the fact
yeah.
that when I do this part, it's never as gorgeous as what Joe does.
Oh no! Are you kidding?
Competition.
Literally all
And the
the
first
first Dad,
few times
My
I
Dad,
made,
and then Devin Pickle
Wellington?
third. You're right now.
I didn't wrap it with the prosciutto.
Spring babies.
You did it with pate, and
Yeah.
sometimes they use pancakes as well.
It was good.
Yeah.
got the
Once I start
mushroom.
doing it this way, it takes to a whole new
spread.
It does.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm into this.
Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, have you heard of or been to Damien in the Arts District?
I've heard of it. I've never been.
So good. I went maybe like 6 months ago, but it's like
What kind of food?
it's like really high end Mexican.
Really?
Yeah, it's like the chefs from Mexico City, and it's like expensive, like but like you know millennial trendy, like not like stuff really old. Expensive.
Yeah.
Like and they had like duck carnitas.
Yeah.
Ready for the
All right, just a little bit of pepper.
Cheese, but it's not insanely expensive either.
You already put salt in it, right? We're not.
I mean, depending on your chef.
Yeah.
Sugar daddy.
Yeah, you don't want to use too much salt. Right? Some fresh thyme.
fresh thyme, everybody. Nothing like fresh herbs. And these are from your garden.
This is out of the Gainer's garden.
Gator's garden. Love it.
Garden.
All right.
All right, bro. I'm gonna let you take over if you don't mind. If you don't mind.
For the roll.
Yeah, for the roll. Let me wash my hands.
You guys want to watch him roll the Wellington?
No, it's not hot.
Have you been there to the restaurant?
Oh, he's gotta go.
So our friends moved up to Nevada.
Oh, really?
And Mary Steckness. Yeah.
Our neighbors.
No.
They'll be our neighbors, right?
Yeah,
And-
yeah.
Yeah, what are your neighbors?
Curtis lives in Nevada as well.
Well, there we are.
All right, so this
This is exactly done. I love it. What'd you eat?
this time I'm gonna do more better. And you got it all perfect.
Okay.
Ready, Sean?
All right.
All right, we're gonna take it up tight, right?
Wow.
Gorgeous.
That's good. Roll a little bit.
Yeah, that's.
Second time is always better, right, bro?
Yeah. Let me slide it towards us.
Okay.
And then keep rolling.
The rolling of the Wellington. The forehand job.
Hey.
Well, this is a big piece. Forehand shot. Okay.
Ready?
So they wrap it in prosciutto?
Yeah.
Mushroom spread.
Wow.
Duck sal. I love Joe's.
Duxelle, yeah.
Wait,
So and this goes into
is there
the
duck in it? Or is that just
it's just an Duxelle. It's a French.
Wow.
Wow.
And this goes into the fridge for 30 minutes.
There's also all turkey.
It's all right. You know what?
Unbelievable.
We'll get another piece and wrap it again.
Oh yeah.
You need anything?
I have it. It's a chicken inside of a duck inside of a turkey.
Turducken. Where's that plastic wrap?
Steph, could you start
I was looking for
watching the cook-off? You need
I was looking for like a rolling pin or something.
Yeah, we have a roll.
Do you?
Can I get behind you?
You don't know where it is? Well, that's for Carrie. He's going to eat earlier.
Oh, you gotta eat
He's
right there.
He has to eat between 5 and 5:30.
All right. All right. Now that's what Joe's mom taught me. That's how you get it right.
Yeah.
There's no rolling pin. Just what, Joe?
Use a Cabernet.
I love that. Use
There's a
Cabernet.
2022 Cabernet
Yeah.
DAF from Paso Robles.
From Paso Robles.
Sure.
Paso de Robles. Pass of the oak.
Is that what it means?
Yeah. I'm not the best with Spanish translation. So the rolling technique, Joe, will be similar to that which you performed with the wrap, right?
Yeah.
All right, Joe. Is this a two-hand job, Joe?
Yeah, it might be.
Well, Joe, I'm very disappointed that we're leaving.
Yeah, so am I. You're going to someone else's?
We go out for Rose's family.
Oh, you do? Well, it's good to see you anyway. Thanks for stopping by.
Glad we had an opportunity to.
All right. Just flip this over.
Please give my regards to Kendall and your daughter.
I will. They should be here by now. All right. Yeah.
All right, buddy. Mr. Lococo is putting the finishing touches on Wellington #1. This is a 2 Wellington night, Joe.
That's right.
Oh, that's a good thing. I like that.
So it's simple egg wash, right, Joe?
Yeah.
That's it to just give it that beautiful shine, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Give a nice mahogany color.
Mm. You know, that worked out the way you laced it there. I love that.
Yeah.
That,
You could make it a little
no, it looks
design
good.
in there.
Yeah, and that's almost like it's, you get the design
Like a-
with, oh, look at this order. Look at it.
Joe, do you think 2 pounds of pasta is enough for mac and cheese for this many people? Somebody watching this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is your butter, right? Sean? Your butter and your maple butter. Notice how he's using the back of the knife. That way you don't cut into it, right, Joe? It's
Yeah.
just kind of nice, beautiful indentation. With that egg wash, that just really jumps out, right?
Yeah. All right. So at 4.
Very good.
Mom, do we have serving spoons for everything?
Oh my God! Look at that. Perfect temperature.
Christmas 2023. Oh wow, Joe, that's gorgeous, bro.
That's right.
Lisa, you want to put on? Should we put on a plate?
Okay, we've got vegan maple brown butter sweet potato, Brussels sprouts and pomegranates, southern mac and cheese.
It's what is it?
I call it stuffing, but it's technically wow.
Spinach artichoke.
I call it stuffing.
Yeah, thyme, onion, celery, sausage, beef Wellington.
All right. Let's eat, everybody. Is it time to eat? Our next installment of the yet to be named podcast. I am waiting the arrival of one of my dearest, oldest, most beautiful friends, Julie Silsby. So after the video was recorded, I called Julie, or I sent a voicemail and said, hey, am I pronouncing your last name correctly, Mr. Slow Reader? She says, no, Curtis, it's Salisbury, but no worries, I love you anyway. So for 20 years, I mispronounced my baby sister's last name. Randy, Julie, I'm sorry. Everyone, Julie Salisbury, my little sister. Yeah, we'll talk when she gets here, okay? The idea behind this podcast is being the person that our ancestors and our descendants are proud of. Hopefully we've accomplished a few things in this short time that we spend on earth that those behind and in front of us are proud of. There she is, y'all. That's that beautiful picture of my little sister. Different mama, different daddy, same father. You there, Julie? Whoops. She's coming in, y'all. Hopefully I can get her on. There she is. Oh, I love you.
Love you too. Happy New Year.
Oh, thank you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. What else we missed? Kwanzaa. We've got Hanukkah. We want to make sure that everyone feels welcome in our world.
That's exactly right. That's it, because that's what you and I are all about since
Amen.
7th grade.
Wow. Y'all, she's jumping in before we get started. Little sis. And I've called you that for what? 34, almost don't want to say how many years, right?
It's Curtis, it's probably been 50 years. And it's amazing because, you're just 45 and I'm 44. So, I mean, I don't know how that
I don't know how
happened.
that happens. That math, how can we be parents, much less grandparents at this young age, right?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, so little sis, I got to share with everybody, and I'm trying to get this podcast launched in 2024. So I'm in that process. I've learned how to get it up. I will get the podcast recorded. Now I'm looking at those sites like Podbean and all these places. So that's the next step, which will be in the next couple of weeks.
Mhm.
The idea about this particular podcast is, being the person that our ancestors, as well as our descendants, are going to be proud of, right?
Love it. I
And
love it.
and the way I want to share that with my grandchild and hopefully your grandchild, and
Yes.
even our children, is by not me looking at a camera and say, "Oh, I've done this, that, and the other." I want us to bring those stories out so that 100 years from now, our great 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 grandkids can see how much we loved each other,
Hmm.
how much we've supported each other over the years, and things that maybe your husband or your kids may not know because
That's right.
so how do we start this thing? I need your help. Like, can I brag about you first? Well,
You can.
okay, good.
Always. Always.
Oh, I love that. This is my little sis. So, and I might cry telling this story.
Me too.
So Julie is the person that got me in a position to do work to support literacy. Julie is the person that got me on television. She wrote my first bio. We met at, was it Colony Square in Atlanta? I
Hmm.
don't remember way back when. And I shared with you my struggles while I was in school. We graduated together in 1978, best class at Rockdale High before and
Absolutely the best all time.
after
Hmm.
time. And I shared with you that growing up and all the time we knew each other and loved each other, I had this secret that I could not read.
Hmm.
Um, and my life had become really incredible. I was had a great career. However, I wanted to do more for people who were in my situation that could not read as adults. You take it from there. What did you do? Tell them what you did for this man here.
Well, so, like I said, Curtis and I have a history, which we'll talk about in a minute. But I was running my own public relations firm out of Colony Square. And prior to that, I'd spent 4 years working with NBC Network News, doing background work on news stories for Nightly News and the Today Show. So I give you all that context just to say I knew the difference between a good story and a bad story.
Wow.
And so Curtis and I reconnected. You had been living in California, I think,
I've been
or
living in
maybe
California.
New
Yeah,
York,
maybe 10
um,
years or so. Yeah.
and came home to kind of be home for a while and start some things out in Conyers and be with your mom. And so we reconnected. And he understood what I was doing and I understood what he was doing. And through conversation, I just recognized what an amazing story Curtis had to tell. Certainly about his life and his struggles, but even more so, when somebody struggles, it's one thing. And then when they want to use that struggle to help other people, that's where the story gets especially powerful. And if I recall, we talked about your background in the food industry and your love for the history of food and the stories behind food. And if
Yes.
I'm remembering the story correctly, yes, we had some conversations about, your struggles with reading and how you wanted to help. And then we also did your bio and your work at Balducci's and,
You
we had
remember all that?
Cher was one of your clients and, all of that kind of thing. Um, and then I was like, okay, well, we need a hook. It's coming up toward Halloween. And so, can you go on a television show and talk about pumpkins? We're like, well, yes, as a matter of fact, I certainly can, because the origin of pumpkins actually comes from Ireland, where they used to carve potatoes. And, I was like, Kurt, I was captivated. It was such a great story. And it came from you so beautifully and so naturally that I just picked up the phone and called my friend who worked on the assignment desk at 11 Alive. I said, hey, is your noonday show looking for some feature about the origin of pumpkins? I've got a guy, he's great, he's this. and then on top of it, I sent them your bio, which had information about your desire to help others with literacy. And I think from there, it was all you. So I didn't do it. I just made a phone call. You did it. It's you and your story and your heart.
Thank you. Thank you. However, it was you, little sis, because you took that, because I had no idea what to do with that. And I just wanted to help. So now we both graduated in 78, and you've had it wonderful career. Tell us about the bee colony and what brought that about. I mean, I love the idea about bees being a hive. All right, before Beyonce, right?
That's right. It was before the Beehive. So like I said, I started my career with NBC Network News and then moved into working for an advertising and PR agency, and then spun off and started my own agency. Throughout the late 80s, throughout the 90s, we worked on national consumer PR campaigns for Delta Airlines and Russell Athletic and John Deere Consumer Power Equipment and others. And so learned a lot and did a lot. But we always had a commitment at my own agency to really fully serve a nonprofit organization and like treat them like a real client throughout the course of the year. So that was kind of ingrained in my DNA, was to, like you, to help other people. And then when I was pregnant with my second child, we sold the agency to a group out of New York, and they wanted me to stay on and sign a 7-year contract. And I was like, I have no idea what I'm going to be doing 7 weeks from now, much less 7 years.
7 years.
So I left and kind of started my own small consultancy then. With 2 little kids, starting school, I started getting involved in things that impacted children. And, like you, Curtis, growing up in Atlanta or in the Atlanta area.
Come on, let's name it. Conyers.
That's
Rockdale.
Right. One of the, Atlanta is kind of sadly known for being one of the largest, for one of the top cities in our country relative to income inequality.
Yes.
And if you look at the divide north and south of I-20, people have the misfortune sometimes of just being born into the wrong zip code, something that they can't help or impact.
I get chicken still when you tell these stories, little sis. It's like, we lived it, right?
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Out in Conyers. Yes,
out in Conyers, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry.
And so, I got really involved in the nonprofit community here in Atlanta and just felt very compelled to use my storytelling strengths to help nonprofits tell their story.
And you did a fabulous job, right? I mean, it's just so the essence of Beehive. Tell me why and how that whole.
So the idea of how bees work in nature. There's a concept called biomimicry, and the idea is that we humans can learn a lot by mimicking how nature works.
Here's hoping you had an incredible 2023 and are looking forward to an even better 2024. The podcast will be launching soon, so help me name it and spread the word. As always, spread love. Happy New Year.